Hi, I'm Ari, I'm the Oak Witch, and today's video we're going to be reviewing a spirit work primer, a beginner's guide to streamline spirit work by Naag, Loki, Shivanath. First of all, I'm really sorry if I didn't pronounce the name correctly, and secondly, thank you Crow Books for sending me this book to review for you guys. So I really do appreciate it, and I really liked this book. I'll be honest, I really enjoyed it. I was really enticed by the name when I saw it, and I was so excited to be given a copy of this to review for you guys. Very sorry if you guys can hear that blackbird outside of my window making a lot of noise. We'll just go with it. And yeah, so Spirit Work Primer, republished in 2022 by Crow Books. So this is the second edition. I don't actually know much about the author, I will be honest, but he seems to be very established in his practice, been practicing over, was it 2 decades, his biography says. So yeah, this is essentially a all-round manual to spirit work, which there aren't really that many of, so I was very excited to read this. Like with most spirit work guides, they do tend to be more occult ceremonial focused. Nothing wrong with that, but obviously as someone who is an animist, folk witch, I like that type of spirit work more, so I want to read more about that. But alas, and if I remember correctly, I mentioned this in Jason Miller's Consorting with Spirits book, which again is another sort of like 101 guide to spirit work. These two are actually quite similar in a lot of what they're trying to achieve, what they're trying to bring to the table and provide. And I really like them both, I do. I have to say I enjoyed this one a lot more, just because I felt like there was more content in here for different types of approach to spirit work. So if I had to pick out the two, no one's making me pick, but if I had to pick, I would pick this one. I really did enjoy it. So again, yeah, it does have a lot of ceremonial, occult, spirit work focuses, but also he does talk about a lot of different things that still apply to a more animistic type of practice. That blackbird will not shut up. Angry about something, I don't know. Anyway. Nature. So yeah, so he does talk a lot about, like, for example, he talks about familiar spirits, he talks about spirits related to like isolated places, so like, you know, obviously there'll be like different types of land spirits. He does talk about like spirit pacts, so things that can still apply to all types of spirit work. But yeah, I like the way he writes. It feels very grounded, it feels very simple and really engaging. I really like how this book's laid out. Each chapter has like an exercise. He also goes through things like differences between invocation and evocation, and yeah, just all sorts of things, the basics, all wrapped up into a nice book. Obviously with spirit work, it's so highly individualistic. Spirit work is something that is so variable to the individual experience. You can't really summarize what it's like to encounter spirits, to work with spirits in a book. It's a doing type of thing, and I think that's why I really like this, because it's not trying to tell you what it's going to be like. It's just gonna say how you can get there and the different ways and different approaches, explaining a bit of the theory, but also focusing more on practical. So yeah, I really like this, to be honest. As I said before, like with any book, you're not gonna agree with everything that the book says, because, you know, our crafts are always so unique. So you know, there are things in here which I don't do, but it's still interesting to read about. Like, my spirit work tends to be like less formulaic. My spirit work is just very rough and on the go, intuitive, but it is nice to read something like this to get it a more streamlined, more structured. So yeah, really recommend this. I recommend this for even those who are a bit more adept in spirit work. It's still nice to sort of go back to your basics every now and then. So I think it is very good for the beginner. There are some topics that you maybe need a bit of understanding before jumping into spirit work, so this isn't specific to the book, that's in general. I think maybe like if you're completely new to spirituality, like you can understand things like basic prayer and offerings, like anyone can, but there's like certain topics in here like creating spirits, like egregores and spirit houses, that if that's a spirit work that you vibe with, and it's not necessarily a beginner's thing, so it, you know, it's nice mix between like beginner to intermediary topics in here. So yeah, I recommend this book. And again, thank you Crossroad Books for sending this to me. I really appreciate it. I've got a bunch more books to review from Crossroad Books, so look forward to those. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you got to the end, let me know, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.